So we're going to look at this one first. And as you can see, and it doesn't look like I have anything to clean off. It looks like it's a metal screen. And this type of screen, take an air hose and just blow it out. This screen here has no dirt in it. Inspecting it, it looks really, really nice. I'm just going to put it back in. But they put filters for hydraulics in all sorts of different places. And the real old machines, like the excavator that I have, the big one, they don't have a filter in it at all. They just put a magnet in the top of the reservoir and hope that it gets out all the metal pieces so it doesn't grind up the pump. And that is their way of solving a problem. So many ways in which filters are put on hydraulic pumps. Okay, got a piece of scrap metal here. As you can see, again, it comes off the return, goes through a filter, and back in the reservoir. You find this one, this is probably your better version. You just screw it off, put a new one on, and keep going. Some of the others get rather pricey. This is an old antique Ford 555 that I keep in Davidson County. And to get to the filter, you have to pull all this off. It's up underneath, as in you fill up the hydraulic oil here. But in order to get to the filter, you have to drain all the hydraulic oil out of the reservoir. And they put a screen in the bottom of it, and you have to pull all the plugs and clean the screen underneath. And it is actually the screen is actually part of the reservoir itself. It is a real beast to get to. So if you hear your hydraulics whining at a real high whine or making a screech and they don't move very well, a lot of times, like in this case, they put the screen in between the reservoir and the pump, and it's starving your pump for hydraulics. Okay, this is a Cat 977L. There's about 3 to maybe 4 different versions of this machine. They started out with the oldest machines. They put the filters on the inside of the hydraulic tanks, which means you had to take the whole tank apart. You had to drain all the hydraulic oil just to get to the hydraulic filters. The second version, you take off these bolts and you go up underneath it, and the filters are up underneath. The problem was you had hydraulic oil all over you, and it spilled out all the hydraulic oil again. So they made another version of it, and this is at least the third version, maybe more. So what happens in this version, they went to the other side where the hydraulic tank level was about the same. So no oil came out, and they put the tops here and here, and there's 2 separate filters. Okay, we have one screen filter, and this one here it slid out. It was hard to get it out, but it did slide out of it. And that one, it's just a matter of cleaning up. These magnets here collected all the metal, and clean them up so I can put them back in. Okay, once you know your parts are clean and your hands aren't. So these are magnets, and I took rags and I cleaned them off, and I got all the gook off of them, and I peeled off extra stuff on them. It's a matter of getting these magnets clean. This is a hard piece. This is a hard piece. There's no cloth in either one of them. I mean, you clean them up, you reassemble them, and you put them right back into your machine. And then they fit right back into the filter pot straight down, and then you close it up. First filter is your filter with the metal wire on it, and as you can see, the magnets that we cleaned earlier. And it goes right up in here, and it fits flush. You make sure that you have your O-ring still on it, and then you put your top on and seal it. The second one is a little bit more of a bear. Okay, the second one here has some assembly. Take this on and put it back. And for that one, I'm buying a filter for large vehicles. 18-wheeler truck vehicle, I believe. So we have a rubber seal here, rubber seal here, and I put it in wrong, which means I gotta do it again. One washer, one bolt. And then I gotta tighten it up somehow. Find the wrenches, because goats scattered my wrenches all over the place. Goat holes are goat holes. And one good idea, if you're doing this, is to make absolutely sure you remember which end goes in where. Sometimes it's important I remember this bolt coming to the outside. And to make sure you don't do what I did, because it's really helpful if the machine is tilted this direction, because I'm up on top of it and I keep wanting to fall off. I need the machine tilted more so I can don't fall off as easily.